morning, Coach Carmen Jackson. So glad to have you here today. How's everything been going? How was your summer?
Well, summer's been very, very good. I closed out after state finals and took a couple of weeks to train a couple of kids to go to Nike Outdoor, who did extremely well. Tyler Cox, was a national champion at that meet, and a lot of people might not understand it, but it's the best high school meet in the country where you run across everybody in the country. So after that, I shut down, and then the hype came up with the Olympic trials came up, and that's where it started. And I've been on my feet running ever since then.
Okay, so speaking of the Olympics, Miami Northwestern, the West, is happy to be able to boast having three athletes attending the Paris Olympics. I know there's all these things that you can say, but just internally, just how does it feel being able to know that you've had a large part of assisting those young ladies in getting to where they are now?
Well, the ultimate goal since I've been in this position as a head coach is to have these kids maximize their God gift, which is track and field.
Absolutely.
Teaching them how to be women. It's bigger than track and field. It's easy to get them out there with track and run around in intervals, but the hard part is turning them around, become productive women in the society, using their talents to go to some other university or some other military or straight into the workforce. Determine what their goals are, what they seek to do at the end of their high school career. So for me to have three going in the same time, I think is monumental because that's hard to do.
Absolutely.
You can't say it's just the West. It just fate spelled it like that. Who could tell that I would have three at the same time, same Olympics competing?
Awesome. And then obviously with them going to the Olympics, are you getting the opportunity to go to Paris?
Well, let me say this: the community has rallied around me, and they really, really set up a fund where they raised a bunch of money for me to go to Paris, so I could be stress free as far as financially, because it's expensive
Okay.
to go there, expensive to get into the meet itself. So
Absolutely.
I've been blessed that this community really came through, and I'm going to Paris. Relax, able to use all my resources that they have given me, and enjoy Paris along celebrating those athletes.
Well, that's going to be an amazing trip. Now, let me ask you, when you first started coaching, we all know that you were All American athlete on the track yourself. But when you first started coaching, could you ever have envisioned this moment, let alone going to Paris for the Olympics, let alone sending, like you said, three athletes at the same time? And just how does that just restore your faith and just allow you to truly just remember the words that coaches always say, if you keep on working, it's going to pay off. How does that all make you feel at this point in your career?
Well, let's go back. When I first got to college, my high school coach was at Miami Jackson. That's where I graduated from. And I graduated and went to Jackson State University. And at the end of my freshman year, she called and said, well, I left Jackson. I'm going to Northwestern. And I said, Northwestern? That was a rivalry. Like, what? The West? So she said, okay, we talked a little bit on that same conversation. At the end of the phone call, she said, I'll never forget, well, you're going to come and you're going to take over for me and be the next coach. I said, that's not going to happen. But, you see how fate has, came full circle, and I'm here at Northwestern all these years. The ultimate goal, which is a lot of times difficult, especially with the young people today, it's hard to get these kids motivated and stay focused and committed. With the distraction of the phone, social media, it's very, 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 very difficult.
Absolutely.
So it's a struggle. People don't know the struggle. They don't understand the struggle. You can't understand unless you walk it. So when we come to meets and we perform, people don't know that it took a lot to get them to perform.
Absolutely.
So for me to see that they have taken their talents and been productive in their talents, committed in their colleges and universities, to put themselves in a situation to be in the Olympics is monumental to me. That means that they were really, 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 really listening. I tell my kids every day, there's a difference between hearing and listening. Hearing means you heard the words. Listening means you executed the words that you heard. So for them to reach this time period in their life where they're going to the Olympics to compete as Olympians is monumental. And I think that This community need to rally around that, realizing that we need to push these kids further, become student athletes, so they can open more doors. You know, we've got violence everywhere across this country, but we pour more resources into schools. You know, we don't get paid well as coaches. I mean, it's peanuts as coaches. But I just wish that the community could understand. They come in, spend their money, donate from the alumni, come in, spend their time, share their wisdom. We could get more kids off the streets, and maybe we can have more kids in the Olympics. Not only from Northwestern, all these schools. We got athletes across the state of Florida. State of Florida is one of the best states in sports, and
Absolutely.
we need to elevate that and utilize that on every platform that we can. We've got a great state with great athletes, and we need to make sure that we have mentors in their life that will push them toward greatness.
And you are one of those mentors, Coach Carmen. And I know we wanted to make sure that we got on with you just so we can tell you on our behalf here at the Florida High School Athletic Association, we're so proud of these young ladies, but we're proud of you because you as a coach, you know, coaches come and go, but your heart for these kids has been in it for a long time. And we know you've trained and mentored countless of our youth. And although they may not be Olympians, some of them are doctors, lawyers, fathers, brothers, and sisters, and those are the ones that you can't count. So we're extremely excited to just have gotten you on just for a quick second before you prepare your bag for your Paris trip, and more than anything, what I know you probably speak to these young ladies frequently, but when you get a chance to see them in Paris, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have on your Miami Northwestern blue and gold. But what are you gonna say to them when you just get a chance to see them in person and see them experiencing their dreams come true?
Well, I talk to them quite often. I never let them go. Once they leave me, I become a life coach. So I'm always connected to all my kids, even from years and years back in the early 1990s, 1980s. I still have conversations with those kids. What I'm going to say, what I've always been saying, that you got to stay committed to the task. You have to stay. Though it's been a long road for them, here's where you can shine and you can say that I made it and I became an Olympian. What I want to say to Florida High School Teachers Association is that that platform set this up, going to the state. That's why the state need to be the best it can be, and giving the kids the environment where they can showcase their talent and that they're able to know that I can make it using my talent. So I want to thank Florida High School Teachers Association. I know it's not always easy to have a venue so we can showcase our kids, but I'm gonna fight for them. We need a venue. We need a time schedule where these kids can really perform at that state meet. That's the best of the best when you get to the state. And I know that you all do a lot of work for us as coaches. I want to thank you. I know you can't pay us more. I know you can't fight for that part, but I want to thank you again and keep trying to make that state meet be the best it could be.
Well, that's great. Well, Coach Jackson, man, I really appreciate you, and we look forward to hopefully them catching you on camera in Paris, and so we can see Miami Northwestern all through the camera. And you have safe travels. Good luck on a upcoming track and field season, and we wish you the best of luck, and your young ladies the best of luck as well.
Well, if they do catch me on camera, I'm going to represent the state of Florida and Miami Northwestern Senior High School.
All right, that's awesome. Well, you have a wonderful day. Can't wait to see you. I know we'll be seeing you in May too.
All right, yes. All right. See you later. Thank you.
All right, see you later.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.